अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, होप यू ऑल आर फाइन। स्टूडेंट्स, आज हम पीपीएससी, एसपीएससी, एनटीएस और दीगर तमाम इम्पोर्टेंट रैंक्स के इम्पोर्टेंट एमसीक्यूज डिस्कस करेंगे वन बाय वन। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट एमसीक्यू इज सक्सेस इन डेवलपिंग वैल्यूज इज मेनली डेवलपमेंट अपॉन डैश। ऑप्शंस आर फैमिली, सोसाइटी, गवर्नमेंट, टीचर। Correct option is D. Teacher. Next MCQ is how does an effective teacher make students attentive in class? Options are by distributing sweets, by punishing naughty children, by making one's teaching interesting, by telling stories. Correct option is C. By making one's teaching interesting. Next MCQ is conferences are face to face dash. Options are discussions, negotiations, meetings, none of these. Correct option is A. Discussions. Next MCQ is a written work by a student to demonstrate some literary or linguistic knowledge is termed as dash. Options are demonstration, comprehension, composition, homework. Correct option is C. Composition. Next MCQ is when the teacher checks the student's work using multiple sources of information, the task is called dash. Options are cross-checking, cross-matching, cross-cutting, none of these. Correct option is A. Cross-checking. Next MCQ is when the teacher checks the student work using multiple sources of information, the task is called cross-checking, cross-matching, cross-cutting, none of these. Correct option is A. Cross-checking. Next MCQ is when a learner is learning to satisfy his needs and wants, he is actually doing dash. Options are cognitive learning, sensory learning, experiential learning, behavioral learning. Correct option is C. Experiential learning. Next MCQ is in a dash, students formally present material, then respond to questions from the audience. Options are dialogue, discussion, symposium, seminar. Correct option is C. Symposium. Next MCQ is all the verbal and non-verbal communications between teachers and students are called dash. Options are signals, gestures, hints, dialogues. Correct option is A. Signals. Next MCQ is an old but effective teaching strategy is dash. Options are read aloud, reading, silent reading. Correct option is A. Read aloud. Next MCQ is an old but effective teaching strategy is it is repeated. Correct option is A. Read aloud. Next MCQ is dash is a method where students ask questions each other during presentation. Options are peer classification, oral questioning, peer tutoring. Correct option is C. Peer questioning. Next MCQ is the most important duty of a teacher is dash. Options are complete the syllabus, maintain discipline in class, understand the student, teach well. Correct option is A. Complete the syllabus. Next MCQ is if students do not understand what is taught in the class, the teacher should. Options are repeat the lesson once again, teach the lesson again, giving more examples, proceed to next lesson so the syllabus should be covered. Check up the previous knowledge of students in the topic. Correct option is D. Check up the previous knowledge of students in the topic. Next MCQ is which of the following is not related to educational achievement? Practice, experience, self-learning, heredity. Correct option is D. Heredity. Next MCQ is interactive phase is likely to fail if dash. Options are diagnostic phase is defective, interactive phase is not properly activated, post-active phase is not properly planned, both A and B. Correct option is D, both A and B. Next MCQ is reliability of an assessment lays to the dash of an assessment. Options are usefulness, quality, consistency, relevance. Correct option is C, consistency. Next MCQ is the affective domain involves options are learning, knowledge, manner, physical movement. Correct option is C, manner. Next MCQ is what was the relation between Socrates and Plato? Options are Socrates was student of Plato, Plato was student of Socrates, Socrates and Plato were brothers, Socrates and Plato were colleagues. Correct option is B. Plato was student of Socrates. Next MCQ is in indirect instruction method or lecture method, the teacher is considered as dash. Options are partner, facilitator, delegator, formal authority. Correct option is D. Formal authority. Next MCQ is an assessment is dash if it consistently achieves the same results with the same or similar students. Options are valid, invalid, reliable, unreliable. Correct option is C. Reliable. Next MCQ is as people gets older, the ability of applying or maintain attention increases, decreases, stay constant, remains unaffected. Correct option is B. Decreases. Next MCQ is according to the dash, the more you do something, the better you are at it. Options are the law of effect, law of exercise, law of readiness, law of connectionism. Correct option is B. Law of exercise. Next MCQ is the advocates of philosophy of pragmatism believe that reality is dash. Options are imagination, stagnant, constantly changing, related to mind. Correct option is C. Constantly changing. Next MCQ is a popular teacher is one who is favorite of children, respects children parents, loves children, is favorite of parents. Correct option is A. Is favorite of children. Next MCQ is the famous book The Republic was written by. Options are Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, John Locke. Correct option is B. Plato. Next MCQ is an assessment that is conducted prior to the start of teaching or instruction is called. Options are initial assessment, formal assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment. Correct option is A. Initial assessment. The next MCQ is the models based on the philosophy that learning occurs when there are changes in mental structure are called. Options are knowledge learning models, affective learning models, cognitive learning models, psychomotor learning models. Correct option is C. Cognitive learning models. Next MCQ is rather than telling teacher, let's lead students to concept through a series of order questions in dash method. Socratic method, Aristotelian method, heuristic method, Platonic method. Correct option is A. Socratic method. Next MCQ is which from the following is termed as student-centered learning method? Options are direct instruction, inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning. Options are 2 only, 1 and 2, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Correct option is C. 1, 2 and 3 only. Sorry, 2 and 3 only. Next MCQ is the Waldorf education approach emphasizes the balanced development of dash. Options are head and heart, head and hands, heart and hands, head, heart and hands. Correct option is D. Head, heart and hands. Next MCQ is the extension technique of classroom management is a technique where teacher dash any active behavior. Options are divert, ignore, encourage, discourage. Correct option is B. Ignore. Next MCQ is in co-education you dash. You deal according to need. You give preference to boys over girls. Make separate rows of boys and girls. You give preference to none. Correct option is A. You deal according to need. Next MCQ is when taking a project you would not mind failures as you feel even though you will be learning something. Take it only when you are assured of cooperation of others and success. Plan it very carefully and see that there is no chance of failure. Be hurt if criticized and leave the project if criticism is too much. Correct option is C. Plan it very carefully and see that there is no chance of failure. Next MCQ is a common technique to help people begin the creative processes. Correct options are calculation, brainstorming, thoroughness, mental shortcut. Correct option is B. Brainstorming. Next MCQ is a dash assessment is one which measures what is intended to measure. Options are valid, invalid, reliable, unreliable. Correct option is A. Valid. Next MCQ is according to John Davy, educational process has two sides. Options are economical and sociological, psychological and sociological, economical and philosophical, sociological and philosophical. Correct option is psychological, and sociological. Next MCQ is epistemology is the branch of philosophy concerned with the theory of dash. Options are education, learning, knowledge, philosophy of education. Correct option is C, knowledge. The next MCQ is the simplest skill in cognitive domain of Bloom's taxonomy is options are remembering, understanding, evaluating, synthesizing. Correct option is A, remembering. Next MCQ is you are a famous teacher, but students are not satisfied with your teaching style. How will you teach them? Options are will take training again to reform the style, will change your style according to student, will make harmony with student style, will tell about your style first. Correct option is C. Will make harmony with student style. Next MCQ is when the teacher forms different groups among the students that take turns asking the group question, the strategy she is using is the dash. Options are cooperative learning, cooperative review, group work, cooperative thinking. Correct option is B, cooperative review. Next MCQ is the cooperative learning method, which combines whole class learning plus heterogeneous small groups, is termed as. Options are circles of learning, circles of knowledge, circles of conceptual learning, none of these. Correct option is A, circles of learning. Next MCQ is one-on-one approach to teaching or reteaching concepts is termed as dash. Options are counseling, tutoring, guidance, none of these. Correct option is B, tutoring. Next MCQ is dash is a student generated list of words maintained by the students to remind them of words they need more work on. Options are word list, spelling notebook, matching words, none of these. Correct option is B, spelling notebook. Next MCQ is when the teacher displays picture for a second or two, then asks students to describe as much as they can remember from what they saw, he or she is trying to improve. Options are visual memory of students, memorization of students, oral memory of students, none of these. Correct option is A, visual memory of students. Next MCQ is according to John Locke, a child's mind does not contain any dash. Options are innate ideas, memory, observation, imagination. Correct option is A, innate ideas. The next MCQ is the dash says we are motivated to gain rewards and avoid punishments. Options are law of effect, law of exercise, law of readiness, law of connectivism. Correct option is A, law of effect. Next MCQ is according to the philosophy of idealism in education, the subject matter of curriculum should be. Options are mathematics, science, physical world, mind. Correct option is D, mind. Next MCQ is according to the theory of forms or theory of ideas. Material world is an dash of real world. Options are shadow, image, part, sign. Correct option is B, image. Next MCQ is the skill when students try to build abstract knowledge is called dash. Options are originating, characterizing, evaluating, synthesizing. Correct option is B, characterizing. Next MCQ is the academy was founded in dash. Options are Athens, Stagira, Macedonia, Czechis. Correct option is A, Athens. According to Aristotle, virtue is a dash state between excess and deficiency. Options are natural, intermediate, real, artificial. Correct option is B, intermediate. Next MCQ is the process of selecting units from a population to estimate characteristics of the population is called. Options are analyzing, inference, research, sampling. Correct option is D, sampling. Next MCQ is an aspect of pragmatism is experiential learning, which says education should come through. Options are experience, practice, knowledge, observations. Correct option is A, experience. Next MCQ is the use of a physical punishment for class management is called dash. Options are extension technique, station technique, timeout technique, corporal punishment. Correct option is D, corporal punishment. Next MCQ is an assessment that is carried out through the course is called dash. Options are initial assessment, diagnostic assessment, formative assessment, summative assessment. Correct option is C. Formative assessment. Next MCQ is in John Davis student-centered approach of learning, the role of teacher is of a dash. Formal authority, delegator, instructor, facilitator. Correct option is D. Facilitator. Next MCQ is which one of the following is the social characteristics of a child? Options are he understands the tone of voice I love or hate. He recognizes his mother in the third month. His play is self-centered. All of the above. Correct option is D. All of the above. Next MCQ is which of the following is not among the elements of active learning? Options are language, manipulation, practically, materials. Correct option is A. Language. Next MCQ is which of these skills do you consider extremely important for a teacher? Options are listening skill, managerial skill, oration skill, teaching skill. Correct option is D. Teaching skills. Next MCQ is Anila is an 8 years old girl. She does not like to study. You as a teacher. Options are request her to study despite she is not interested. Give her oral work. Describe the benefits of study. Leave on her on in the class. Correct option is C. Describe the benefit of study. Next MCQ is the instructional approach in which objectives are presented to learners in chronological order is known as. Options are chronological sequencing, chronological ordering, chronological teaching, none of these. Correct option is A. Chronological sequencing. सो स्टूडेंट्स हमारी एमसीक्यूज कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं होपफुली आपको समझ आ गए होंगे इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क इन कमेंट सेक्शन मजीद इसी तरह के इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यूज आपको इसी चैनल पर मिलेंगे सो प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब माई यूट्यूब चैनल थैंक यू